friends, welcome to my channel Photographic Memory. Today's video will be all about suturing material and how we read the suture packaging. So let's start with today's session then. So there are wide varieties of suture materials available in the market, all with different handling characteristics, tissue reactivity, absorbable characteristics, and at different cost. These suturing materials are either classified into absorbable or non-absorbable materials. So the classification is as follows. Absorbable suture materials consist of Vicryl, that is polygalactin 910. Then we have Polysorb, Monocryl, Maxon, Polydiazenon. Then we have Catgut. Catgut is also present in plain and chromic type. Then we have Vicryl Rapid and various other which I've listed down over here. In non-absorbable suture materials, we have nylon, polypropylene, that is also called as Prolene, and silk, and also others which I've noted down below. Now, Vicryl is an absorbable suture material which is present in braided coated forms, and it is most frequently used suture material. Then it has an modification to it, which is the Vicryl Rapid. It is a fast absorbing variation which loses its strength entirely in less than 2 weeks. Then even an antibacterial coating variation is also available in market now. Then we have the catgut. Now this catgut is derived from bovine or sheep intestines and therefore breaks down by enzymatic degradation rather than hydrolysis. And in non-absorbable suture materials, nylon is the most frequently used. Silk is the most highly reactive of all the non-absorbable suture. So the requirements of an ideal suture is high tensile strength, high knot security, good tie down, no capillary function, good tissue tolerance, easy passage through the tissue, sterile presentation, tissue acceptance, and then we have the suture handling tips. Now in suture handling tips, we have first is we should read the labels carefully, read the expiry dates, then strengthen the suture with a gentle pull. Do not rub it or scratch it. Do not pull the needle. Avoid crushing or crimping. Moisten but never soak the surgical gut sutures. Silk should be kept dry. Then do not bend the stainless steel wire. Then we have the arm of the needle holder should be properly held. After that we have the thread characteristics. So first is the monofilament. And then we have multifilament threads, then coated pseudo monofilament, and last multifilament coated. So the monofilament consists of only one thread, for example the nylon or stainless steel threads. Then in multifilament it consists of many thin elementary fibers which are twisted or braided into bundles. Then we have the coated, or we can say it as a pseudo monofilament. In this, the thread interior is embedded in a mantle-like or a tube-like coating that provides a smooth cover. Example for this is supramide. Then we have the multifilament coated. In this, the threads are treated with various special coating materials to improve the mechanical properties, and in this way the caps are evened out and the surface friction is also reduced. Now these suture materials react with the tissue at different levels. So the degree of tissue reaction, the bar diagram is present below. Silk is the most reactive, as I told you earlier. Now today's material is chromic catgut suture material. It is an absorbable suture material of 3 metric diameter, and this consists of a round bodied needle with a half size needle length. So now I'll be teaching you all the terminologies over here. Don't worry if you don't know what I am talking about and how do I know its size even without opening the package. Let's start then. So first starting with, this is the metric gauge. It is 3/0. Then we have the chromic catgut written over here, that is the suture material name. All the company details are present over here. The largest manufacturers of suture material are Ethicon and Covidon. Then after that over here, this is the length of the suture material which will be present in the packet. Greater number of zeros over here, the smaller is the suture. Then we have the product code over here. Then we have the batch number over here, and then all the needle characteristics are written over here. It is a 20 mm half circle round bodied needle. The symbol for round bodied is present over here, which is a filled circle. Then the MRP is written over here, the manufacturing and expiry dates along with the licensing number is written there. The lot number is written over here. So further about the needle characteristics I'll be teaching you now in the diagrams below. Then we come towards the needle characteristics. Now this is a basic diagram for a surgical suture needle anatomy. As you look towards the diagram given over here, this is the point, this is the body of the needle, this is the swag zone where the thread is attached. It can be either closed eye, French eye or swag, or it can be eyeless. Then this is the curvature of the needle or the length of curvature. The radius of the needle is measured as so, and this is the chord. There are various shapes of the needle which are present in the market. Most frequently used for soft cutaneous surgeries is the 3/8 circle. We have many other needle shapes such as the 5/8, half, then 3/8, 1/4, half curved, straight, asymptotic. Then by cross section it is classified as follows. It can be a spatula needle. The diagrams which can be seen on the packaging are showed over here. So this spatula needle is an inverted trapezium shaped. Reverse cutting needle is inverted triangle. Round bodied needle is circle which is filled. Round bodied cutting needle is circle inside which a triangle or a square is present. Then we have the blunt round bodied needle which has only a circle as a symbol. Various other conventional cutting needles are drawn with a symbol of a triangle. Now there are certain symbols which are present on the suture packaging. For example, if we take reference number is written in a box written as REF. Then LOT means the batch number or lot number. This symbol denotes that it should be used by a year or a month. This symbol is to consult instructions for use. This one is do not reuse it again. Then whether the suture material should be re-sterilized or not, we have a symbol like this. Then if the suture packaging is damaged, then whether we should use it or not, it is denoted by this symbol. Now these suture materials are either sterilized by ethylene oxide or by irradiations. So these symbols are denoted over here. Then the identification number is given by this symbol. Every suture material has its specific needle code. For example, let me tell you HRX30. So H denotes the needle curvature. There are various alphabets which denote the curvature of the needle. F is for 5/8, H is for half, D is for 3/8, V is for 1/4, K is for half curved, A is for asymptotic, G is for straight. Then R over here denotes the needle body or point shape. So it can be either round bodied needle or a cutting needle. Then X over here denotes for special forms, if the needle has any special forms. Then over here we have alphabets such as M, premium cut, N is for blunt point, then cutting point is for T, P is for spatula needle, S is for larger diameter, X is for extra large, F is for thin line. Then the number defines the length of the needle when it is straight. It is given in millimeters. After that we come to some tips and tricks which can be used while needle handling. So first is always open the needle packets carefully. Make sure the needle is free from any corrosion. If it contains corrosion, then discard it. Check for any rough, sharp edges or any bluntless points in eye needles. If defective needle is present, discard it. Keep away from any sponge or tapes as it may entangle itself. Then if the needle breaks, all the pieces must be encountered for. Count all the needle before and after the procedure. You shouldn't hold the needle at the swag zone. It should be hold 1/3 the distance from the swag zone. Then when you are stretching the suture material to remove any kinks present after removing from the packet, you shouldn't hold it like this. Either you should hold it like this. It may prevent the needle breaking from the suture material. Now make sure you don't grasp the needle and stretch the thread. Other surgical products are also available, such as the adhesive tapes, surgical staples, loop sutures, retention suture devices, which can be used in advanced procedures. Now, this was all about surgical suture materials and its packaging. Put in the comment section below what all doubts you have regarding this topic and any other topic. If you have any, let me know. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, Photographic Memory. I'll be coming up with more videos like these. Till then, take care.